Hi everyone, welcome back. So good to see you all again. In today's video, what we're going to do is we're going to do a pros and cons of living here in Jomtien and in our condo at the Veranda Residence for 2 months. If you stay to the end, we've got some exciting news.
I lose my breath whenever I see you. You stole my heart, what is it that you do? My life was great till you added colors. Like the moon needs the sun, we don't care about the others.
So as I mentioned, we're just going to go through the pros and cons. I will show you the pools, I'll show you the facilities here, but also at the end I'll also show you the apartment and go through things in the apartment, some pros and cons there as well too. So we'll just generally go through it at the moment. So as you know, we've been living here in Jomtien for 2 months now, just over. We've been at the Veranda Residence, which is behind me, for just over 2 months, and it does have some pros and cons. So the big con is the price. Like for 36,000 baht a month, it's well overpriced for what it is. Bearing in mind it's a nice big apartment, 60 square metres, but you know, a con is it's a fairly long way away from everything. So unless you've got a bike, you have to get bath buses or do a lot of walking. There is some facilities out the front like Tops and also 7-Eleven, which I'll show you, and we do get vendors down there quite often where you can buy some food, etc. But you're a long way away from everything. That's a real big one. Also too, it's very noisy at night. We have a lot of dogs, which I'll show you when I do the apartment tour, and they bark all night, and there's probably about 30 to 50 dogs in this one area. It's just terrible, all the soy dogs. But also too, we have some villas right on the bottom area on our side of the condos, and they're party villas. People come and party there all the time, and you have music blaring to 2 o'clock, and even one time there was 6 o'clock in the morning. So we have to wear earplugs quite often. Apartment itself is nice. It does lack a few things like wardrobes, which I'll show you through the tour. Jomtien itself, so look, it's a lovely thing, but it does have pros and cons. I think as a retired couple, it's probably not the best location to be in. I would suggest for us there's probably better locations. For a single bloke, yeah, fantastic, lovely. But you know, it is a beautiful beach here. Like, I'm just going to turn the camera around, I'm going to show you where we are, and you can see all the islands and everything. Check this out. Look at that. Hey, isn't that lovely? Yeah, so you know, it does have beautiful views here, but also all along the coastline of Jomtien. It's beautiful. The beaches are beautiful, people are beautiful. There's plenty of food, although the Western food we found probably a little bit more expensive than Bali for certain things. Yeah, so there's some pros and cons. Now, one big thing which has been a real downfall is we were told I can transfer my Indonesian license to a Thai license. Our visa person did some investigating, and they said yes, no worries. I went there the other day and the Department of Transport won't do that. So it's put us in a position now where we can't hire a bike and get around because I haven't got that Thai license. And my Australian license, even though it's current, the card that I've got is expired. So my current one's in Australia. So I'm in a situation where I haven't really technically got a current driver's license according to the Thai police, because the card that I've got, the license, is expired even though it is current, and the new one's in Australia. So we're gonna have to try to sort something out there, which is a real pain. So we have to stick with bolts and bath buses and things like that. So it's gonna get quite expensive to continue to travel around and do things, which is a real bummer. But yeah, look, we're gonna go into the apartment now and the facilities and show you some bits and pieces. You have a lot of pool facilities in this complex, which is really good. So this back pool area here is for everyone that's basically staying long term at the condos. So that's a good little pool. Let's just put a slide in, which would be great. This one isn't normally this busy, it's a lot quieter. But just here as well too, you've then got your gym area. So you've got quite a few facilities in here for the gym too. So that's really great as well. So So there are a couple of pros. I'm going to go and show you the front pool as well too, because the front pool is the cream of the top, is awesome. So this here is the lobby foyer for the area for everyone that's staying here more on holidays. So this is the front complex. Beautiful through here, very elegant, plenty of seating as you can see. We'll go down and we'll show you the pool area, which is the main thing here. And this is your front pool area. So living long term in the condos here, you can't use this pool. This pool is just specific for people who are in the holidays, but the pool over here you can use if you're here staying on a contract long term. Beautiful pools as you can see, and it takes you straight out to the beach there. So this is definitely a big pro staying here at Veranda Residence. So this is one pro of these condos. So you've got a 7-Eleven, the top's around the corner. Just over there you've got a couple of places where you can have food. Now in the afternoon we get a whole lot of vendors here. So we have the donut man, we have all food, we also have kebabs and stuff. So as I said, you've got Tops, 7-Eleven, you've got Beauty, Money Exchange, there's a pharmacy, there's another 7-Eleven, and there's also somewhere you can get a massage. And you can get some fresh fruit here as well too. So there is a few things quite often in this area if you want to get some bites, etc. So that's a pro. So this is the apartment. So for those that hasn't not seen the apartment yet, so it's 60 square meters. So you've got your kitchen area. So we had to buy these things, air fryers. We blanked for a second. Not a huge kitchen, but you know, it's sufficient. So it does have off the kitchen the spare toilet, which takes you into the second bedroom, which I'll show you. So in through here, you've got your living area, dining area, nice TV. So it has a really good TV, which is great. We'll just come into the bedroom. So the bedroom has got this door which closes, which is good, keeps the noise out. Really big bed. We had to buy a few things, so it had no desk. So we had to buy a desk and a couple of little stools. We had to buy a cheap bedside table because it only had the one, unfortunately. So yeah, that's the bedroom. Not a lot of space. So when you sort of get up in the middle of the night, you have to be very wary because you fall into the wall there. So in here, then you've got your ensuite. So just typical ensuite, plenty of cupboard space there. So one big thing down for the apartment is this main bedroom here doesn't have cupboards. So that was a really difficult thing because when you've got a lot of stuff to hang up, you don't have it. So we've been using these, and the shirts do get a little bit damp with the moisture from the shower. So you've got a nice big shower. Not a bad bathroom in there, ensuite. So we'll just come through here. So as I said, this is your dining lounge. Again, really good TV. Couch is okay. Can be a little bit uncomfortable after a little while when you're sitting on it. You can't really put a lot of stuff in here, so I've been putting a few things like shorts and t-shirts in there because we don't have the space. And then this one here is just for your bits and pieces, and Karen's got some stuff there for doing her own nails, so there's not a lot of space to put stuff, cupboard space. Okay, so this is the second. So two people really couldn't sleep in here because you're up against the wall. Not a lot of room to put things. As you can see, we've got all our suitcases here. And this is the only cupboard we've got. So Karen's got her dresses in there. So we had to actually buy that to hang all our stuff up because, again, not enough space to hang things in here. And again, there's your ensuite. So it's double ensuite, you can go on both sides. So that's one good thing. So the issue that we found here is we have party villas. Your villa down there, quite often you'll have people staying there and probably about 3 to 4 times a week, and they will party to 2 o'clock, even sometimes 6 o'clock in the morning with music, screaming, etc. The other party one is this one just here. So that one there has been horrendous. That one there, quite often people are just having a ball. I know, look, you know, you get that everywhere, but yeah, the noise comes all the way up, and we have to sleep with earplugs in. The other issue about these apartments, these condos, is see all this green space? It's all full of dogs. So there's probably about 50 dogs in there. You can see them all walking around there at the moment. Now, they bark and fight and cry most nights. So if you're a light sleeper, very difficult to sleep here. You have to have earplugs in because of the dogs barking and the noise from all these villas. The other thing is, even though it's a beautiful condo complex, you have to walk. So this street here, all the way down and around to get to the waterfront, and then walk along the waterfront. Now your waterfront has no trees, so if you're walking and the sun's out, you'll get very, very hot. Plus you can't get a BART bus until you get further down. So you've got to walk all this area to get your BART bus further down. And it is quite a long way away, so you're good 20 minutes, 25 minutes walk just to sort of get to the Jomtien area, and then if you want to get, you know, further down, it's a lot longer. Look, great how you've got the beach area at the front here, and I'll show you down the front there, all the beach area and all the pool and all that kind of stuff. So the facilities like that's great, gym's great, but just the location does let it down. So if you're looking at staying here, just take that into consideration, the noise. Especially if you're on this side, which is the Jomtien side. If you're on the other side, which is sort of like the Bang Saray side, you mightn't have that issue because there's condos behind us, you see, so you haven't got all this space. But yeah, so just take that in consideration if you're looking at staying here at the Veranda. So this one here and that one there and all the dogs. Alright, so that just gave you a bit of a rundown of pros and cons of here being in Jomtien for 2 months in Pattaya, also showing you the apartment and what we think about the Veranda Residence and our thoughts about living in Jomtien and Pattaya as a retired couple. So look, I hope you enjoyed this video, and you know the drill. If you did, hit that like and subscribe and share it to your family and friends. So good news and exciting news is, once our lease finishes here, so probably in 3 weeks' time, we're going to be doing a little bit of travelling. So we're going to show you some bits and pieces. We're going to be doing Koh Samet very, very soon. And then I think we're actually going to spend some time in Hua Hin and just do that area around there. So we're going to show you some different places in Thailand. So if you stay tuned and keep that notification bell ticked, which will notify you for all future upcoming videos that we'll do. It may excite you and it may interest you. So look, thank you all for watching. We'll see you all in the next video. Take it easy and remember, live life to the fullest. And if you watch this video here, this one there, that's just something we've done previously. We'll see you all later. Bye.